Hey everyone, it's Rising, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. Well, let's head on over to Tartarus. Now we actually have to talk to Fuka to go to Tartarus. So let's head on over there. Now we do need around 40,000 yen in order to fuse everything that I want to fuse right now. I usually have a little more money than what I have, but that's okay. I think I have enough. Yes, Mitsuru has joined the party. Again, she's not very good. She's our ice user, so she's good for knocking down enemies weak to ice. She's supposed to be a DPS user, but again, they gave her Mind Charge, which hampers your DPS. It just does. So wasting a turn to do double damage on the next turn does not in any way help your DPS. It only hurts it. Unless you literally have nothing else you can do. And the computer AI is not smart enough to know that. So, yeah. Mitsuru's not very good. On top of which, she has some status ailment moves that are annoying. There's ways around it with tactics, but I mean, it's like pick your poison. You can either only ever try to go for knockdowns with physical attacks or ice spells if they're weak to it, or set her to full assault, in which case she'll use Mind Charge when she learns it, which is a waste of time, or you can set her to act freely, in which case she'll use her status move. So it's like, what are you expected to do? In the portable version, she's actually remotely useful. In the FES version, she's still useful, but only if there's a lot of enemies weak to ice. Otherwise, not really. She's a hassle to get use out of. I will be using her because there are a lot of enemies weak to ice, but she does have a habit of pissing you off. Anyway, let's yeah, I can register Lilim. I haven't learned Mudo. No. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I haven't picked up Mudo for either of those two, which is fine, I don't want to. At least for Lilim, I know that. I forget if I said that same thing for Yomotsu Shikome. Whatever the case may be, I won't register them when learning that. So, first things first, we want to fuse Jack Frost, our ice persona. Oops. And in order to fuse him, we need, well, we need... Well, I guess I can get rid of Tartarus. We need to fuse Omoikane with Valkryie to get Unicorn. And then we need to fuse Unicorn with Pixie to get Jack Frost. I am going to have to use Jack Frost and Alp. Or I'm going to have to use Alp to fuse something. I want to hold on to Lilim. I need to use Valkryie. I need to hold on to Archangel, so we can get rid of Nekomata, Orpheus, and Tartarus. That should give us a little more room to work with here. Eventually you'll be able to hold up to 12 personas, but not yet. I didn't want to do that. Yes. You probably have Valkryie from, you know, the strength social link. I believe we needed that one for that. So let's go ahead and pick up Omoikane. Probably found him in shuffle time. If not, I'm sure you could fuse him pretty easily. So Omoikane and Valkryie will give us Unicorn. Don't really need to transfer anything of too importance there. I suppose I could try and transfer Dia. Screw it. I'm not gonna mess around with it then. Oh, it already has Dia by default. Okay, duh. Of course it does. Let's just skip through that. I don't know what hard item Unicorn has. It's nothing useful. Unicorn... kind of a meh persona. So now we can go ahead and pick up Pixie. Who has Dia? That's where that's what I was thinking had Dia that I wanted to transfer. If I could spit it out. So Pixie and Unicorn gives us Jack Frost. We absolutely want to inherit Dia. Apparently we did. Excellent. Should have at least a rank 5 Magician Link. You definitely need to inherit Dia. That's really not negotiable because that's part of a quest. I don't really care so much to have it to use, although it is probably the least useless thing I can transfer. Jack Frost is a ice persona. Unfortunately, it is weak to fire. That is a big no-no. But there are some enemies that are weak to Palimpa. Yeah, Palimpa's not very useful. Let's actually let that one do. It changed to Fear Boost. Let that one do. Let that one change. But yeah, Jack Frost gets Ice Boost and Bufu, which is okay. It also gets Ma Bufu eventually. I really like the Ma spells. They're a lot more efficient than the single target ones. Slightly less accurate, but who cares? Now we do need to register Jack Frost. Yes, we have some little things to get here. That one's coming up real quick, actually, but I will accept those later. Little date sequence that we can do at some point. But, that's a pain in the ass. We're actually going to have to get 2 of those, but one of them the game will give us if you do something correctly. That is a trading item. And I think that's at the school. But what we want to do is we want to accept this quest with Jack Frost with Dia. And that will reward us with this gives us a high cut armor. That's a very weird armor. It's actually, I think, probably better than what we got now, but it looks ridiculous. Now I need Valkryie with Rakukaja. I could fuse that now, but I wonder if my Valkryie actually has that. Nope. But there is a pretty easy way to do that, but I think I'll do that later. Just because I'm really tight on money right now. So anyway, we want to register Jack Frost, which we've done. And now we want to fuse our Jack Frost with Alp. Obviously, we're going to have to buy back Jack Frost. But that'll give us Oberon. We want to transfer Dia. Because, well, between Dia and Media, that'll be all of our healing needs. It's weak to Ice, which is not a terrible weakness for a Lightning persona to have. Wind is the worst one to have. And it resists Light and Dark, so not quite immune to instant death, but close enough against normal enemies that really, if you get hit with instant death right now with a resistance, you got totally screwed, and you have a right to be mad. But yeah, Oberon is a good persona to use until we get up to level 23, I think? 24? But, more importantly, it has Mazio. That's the multi-target level 1 lightning spell. That'll be very useful. Let's go ahead and register him. I only care about getting Mazio, by the way. Next up is Pyro Jack, which is going to unfortunately involve us buying back Unicorn. And Alp. It's going to be really tight. Now for Unicorn and Alp, we want to transfer Dia. You could also try and transfer Raku, or, well, if I had Rakukaja, I'd try to transfer it, but evidently I don't. Probably because I didn't register Unicorn. But, Dia is all I really care about. So, that's good enough. I hardly ever use Rakukaja, but it is the most useful buff you can have right now. Buffs are much better in the portable version because you can control your party members. Same with debuffs. They're still okay in this version, but... Now, Pyro Jack and Jack Frost will give us our next fusion spell, and I'll go ahead and use that as well. We'll just be doing mainly the preparations here. Yeah, it learns Agilao eventually. I really don't care about that. Does it have Miragi? I forget. Yes, it does. It has Miragi, which I care about. Unfortunately, we just don't have the Magician Link to get Mabufu, but that's okay. We're pretty close to that. The final persona that I want to get is Nigi Mitama. And this is going to involve Yomotsu Shikome and Mitama. Yomotsu Shikome costs 7,500 to get back. And I do want to get him back. So let's get Mitama. Oh, there he is. It's like, come on, I know I have Mitama. I have to. Let's register Pyro Jack. And Yomotsu Shikome. Now, I would like to transfer, let's see, Tarunda and, I guess Rakukaja. Tarunda I care more about. Oh, I actually got it already. But, yeah, this is our wind persona. Oh, yeah, it's a Temperance persona. I think it's one of the few that I use. Unfortunately, it is weak to lightning, which is why I want to hang on to Archangel, because there are a few... I think there's like 1 or 2 wind weak enemies that use lightning, so obviously I don't want to use Nigi Mitama for them, but... Nigi Mitama has other advantages. It does eventually get Magaru, but there's no way in hell I'm getting that. I might pick up Mabufu before I transfer... before I get rid of Jack Frost, but that's about it. So now, let's register Nigi Mitama. So now we need to get back Jack Frost and Yomotsu Shikome. And there goes all my money. I believe that is it. Yes, we want Archangel, we want Lilim, Yomotsu Shikome, Nigi Mitama, Pyro Jack, Jack Frost, and Oberon. Those are the personas I recommend. We have an open slot in case we need to get a persona for a social link. Maybe that's why I'm holding on to Archangel as well for the Justice Link, but... Right, let's, I don't really want to go exploring Tartarus right now. I will post the, no, I'll just post the, how to fuse and stuff, what I did. But, let's... Where is it? Let's go ahead and do Jack Brothers. And as well, let's accept the snake scales, because those are... We have to defeat lustful snakes. Those are the red shadows in the second block here. Gonna be kind of annoying to do that, but that's alright. And I don't think we're even up to floor 41 to 46, but I'll accept it for now. And once we complete Jack Frost, or Jack Brothers, we'll have an open slot for doing those out of Tartarus quests. I shouldn't need any real party members just to go to the first floor here. Jack Brothers is not nearly as useful as Cadenza. Doesn't matter which one we use. It's basically a chance to knock down all enemies for whatever percentage that is. Looks like a little under a quarter of your SP. I think it's like 13 to 14%. And yeah, that's all it does. It sucks. I don't understand the point of it. I don't know if it works on bosses or if they're immune or not. I would never use that. It's a waste of SP. If you're gonna use a fusion spell, use Cadenza. That is literally the only good one in the entire game. And I know someone's gonna point out Armageddon, but I'm sorry, something that takes you to level 90 to get, well, close enough, like mid low 80s, is not useful. You're never gonna be that high level. So actually, I think it's 88 that you gotta be. So yeah, that's not useful. That's just an overpowered ability that the game rewards you with for having way too much patience. If you got it now, then yeah, it would be useful, but you can't. And I know there's Infinity as well, but that's only useful for the super boss. Again, that's not generally useful. It wouldn't be generally useful even if you had it now. But, yeah, I think that's good for now. So, next time we'll, start exploring Tartarus again. And in the video description, I will post the fusion steps in the description. On the next episode, I'll post the bestiary for the enemies we're going to be taking on. This is Ryzen. Thanks for watching. Take care.